guys? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Tania Bright. I am a student astrologer and a tarot reader. And in today's video, we are going to be doing your May 2020 month ahead readings, and we're also going to be talking a little bit about some astrological events going on in the month of May. If you've already seen this part of the video, go ahead and fast forward to your tarot reading. I will be linking a timestamp down below or on the screen somewhere in case you want to fast forward to it. My tarot readings are always timeless, and this one is going to resonate with your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. A lot of you ask, which placement do I watch for? Watch for all 4 placements, and whatever readings resonates, will resonate, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. So quick disclaimer before I get into the astrology portion, I am still a student when it comes into astrology. I am in no way, shape, or form trying to teach. I am simply just going to mention and broadly talk about these events just so you know what's going on this month, and if you want to look further into it, then you can. But for month ahead readings, I feel like it's really important that we talk about what is going on astrologically. So by the middle of May, we are going to have 4 planets going retrograde. We already have Pluto going retrograde. That started April 24th. And then the next planet to go retrograde, I believe, is Saturn. Let me double check. Okay, and then the next planet we're going to have retrograde is Saturn. It's going retrograde in Capricorn on May 11th. Soon after that, we're going to have Venus going retrograde in Gemini May 13th. And then literally the next day, we're going to have Jupiter going retrograde in Capricorn May 14th. So lots of retrogrades going on. We also have the super moon on the 7th in Scorpio, and that is going to be a big, intense energy. So what retrogrades do is it forces us to look inward. Retrogrades are a period of reflection, perfecting things, reviewing things. So I feel like this month is really going to be about solidifying ourselves and starting to sort of settle into our own energies. I feel like, April and all of the previous months, we were going through purges, we were going through transformations, we were losing a lot, gaining a lot. We were going through major pivot points. And now I think it's kind of time to reflect on everything we've gone through, everything we've learned. I feel like we're coming into Taurus season with more of a knowing, an inner knowing, knowing what we want, knowing what we don't want, knowing what we have, knowing what we don't have. And we didn't have that pleasure in April or any of the previous months. So that's what kind of gives this season a step up, is we've learned so much. So let's talk about the Venus in Gemini retrograde. That one is super notorious because it's also being squared Pluto, it is also being squared Neptune in Pisces. So then you have Venus, the planet of values, beauty, creation. It's about romance, pleasure, partnerships, art. And that energy is being flavored by Gemini. Gemini is also very social and playful. It's the planet of intellectual, logical thinking. It's a planet of communication, both written, verbal, however we want to communicate. It's also the sign of duality. It's the sign of socials. It kind of rules social media along with Aquarius. I like to say Gemini rules it too as well. So what I think this combination of energies is going to do is with Gemini here, it's going to allow us to communicate, to vocalize what we're thinking and feeling, which we struggled with as a collective. I feel like a lot of us were struggling with throat chakra, and this Gemini energy really comes in and uplifts that struggle. So I feel like a lot of us are going to, since Venus is going retrograde, we're going to be having honest internal conversations with ourselves about what we truly do value, how we look at ourselves and how much we value ourselves and other people, and kind of what is the pecking order, what is the list of importance, in terms of the people around us, the materials we have, ourselves. I feel like we're really going to start to file that and categorize that and figure out what's important to us and what's not. Venus also rules desires, so I feel like a lot of us are going to uncover what it is that we truly desire out of life, and we're going to have sort of an honest conversation with ourselves about whether or not we are on track to getting that, to making that happen? You know, are we actually doing what we love, or are we, you know, doing something because of the money? Are we doing something because of, you know, material gains? Which I'm noticing with the energy, money and the value of it is kind of like decreasing a little. Like, you know, we're not spending as much as we used to because we're not going out anymore. We're starting to save a lot more. Like, I feel like money is starting to become less of like a luxury thing, because to some extent with quarantine, a lot of like our luxuries, especially when going out, you know, got taken away from us. So I feel like the value of money, you know, we were sort of, and I was talking about this in my previous video, we were in a position where we wanted more and more and more, and ever since quarantine happened, we're kind of like just okay with what we need. And I feel like that still rings true throughout the month of May. And for most of May, we are going to be in Taurus season, and Taurus also deals with finances and material gains and losses. So I still see some of us going to struggle with that. I still see some of us are going to, you know, be dealing with money loss, or just changing maybe how we make our money. I can see that being a theme throughout the month of May. Now, Venus is also the planet of creativity, and Gemini is the planet of, Gemini is the sign of, you know, handiwork, doing things with our hands. It's also a creative energy as well. It's highly, highly creative, very, very intelligent. So I feel like a lot of us are going to get crafty, get smart about our resources, get creative about, you know, our money, and really learning how to use that to its utmost value. Maybe even get creative on ways to bring in more income. I see a lot of us maybe even diving into hobbies more, because Gemini rules hobbies. So I see a lot of us diving into our hobbies and learning how to profit off them, learning how to make money off them. So I see, you know, artists, you know, learning how to sell their art, promote their art, you know, getting smart when it comes to that, because Gemini is also a salesman. It's salesman energy. Like, Gemini knows how to talk you into whatever it wants. So another aspect that definitely plays into like sort of money and finances is the Jupiter and Pluto conjunction. We have Jupiter, which rules expansion, but we have Pluto, which rules debt. So when you put those combinations together, we can kind of see like maybe global debts, or people sort of like getting in trouble for their debts. I would handle your financial situation as much as possible this month. I would really try to knock those out. Now, another thing I think is super interesting is there's sort of like this spiritual aspect to the Jupiter and Pluto conjunction, because Jupiter rules, you know, higher knowledge, higher wisdom, gurus, teachers, spirituality, and we have Pluto, which is wanting to know more, wanting to dig deeper. So I see there is a spiritual awakening sort of going on with the collective. I see a lot more people getting into tarot and astrology. And I also feel like because quarantine happened and our world sort of it shook up a bit, and it drastically changed so fast, people turned to spirituality for answers, because there really is an energy of like power to the people here. We have like a lot of Gemini and Aquarius energy going on here, and like I said, those signs rule the internet. So I feel that there's a lot of power here with the internet. There's a lot of power here when you make a YouTube video or you post a tarot card reading or whatever. You reach a lot of people, you influence a lot of people. And I feel like if you are going to be an influencer or a guru or a teacher or astrologer, tarot reader, whatever you want to call yourself, if you're going to be doing that, I feel like it's important that we spread a message that is optimistic. I feel like it's important that we spread the message of, you know, raising the like vibrational energy here as a collective. There's a YouTuber who, I think her name's like Pam Gregory or something like that. I'll leave her YouTube link down below, but she has a book where she talks about how you can actually measure someone's thoughts. All right, so that's what like the idea of manifestation is that, you know, what we are internalizing and thinking, you know, we can actually project out. Now with quarantine, we have a lot of us sort of like being, you know, in close like proximity to a lot of other people, so we're very much affected by their energy and they're very much affected by ours. So I feel like it's really important that we're having like a sense of awareness of what we are projecting out. Be aware of the energies you put out, and so that way we can work better as a collective and we can try to raise ourselves as a collective, because there is also this energy of like a blank canvas here, and that energy has been there since the beginning of the year when we had all of those time resets. We're sort of like in a position right now where we're creating like a whole new like era almost, you know what I mean? We have a lot of like social structures and government structures crashing right now, and when something crashes, you know, we have to rebuild. Tower moment in tarot, when it crashes, you got to rebuild a stronger, firmer foundation. So I almost feel like the collective is going through like their own major tower moment. I see 2020 as like this giant tower moment, but I'm not gonna get too into that, okay? I'm gonna keep it very broad and general, because then this video would be hours long. Alright, so let's talk about the supermoon in Scorpio. So full moons and supermoons, they have this energy of like endings, completion, because it's the moon cycle completing itself. So it's this energy of, you know, closing those doors, laying things to rest, but it can also have the energy of like shedding light on situations we might not know about, because the moon sheds light on darkness. So when we have a supermoon, it means that the moon is closer to Earth in proximity and it becomes really big, and that means its energy can be felt more, its energy is a lot more amplified. But when we have a supermoon in a water sign, more specifically Scorpio, that energy is extra emotional and intense, because Scorpio is a sign of intensity. So with this supermoon, I see a lot of secrets sort of coming up to surface, because Scorpio rules like hidden areas of life. So this, you know, this might not have to be like a scandalous secret, but it could be like secrets within the self, parts of ourselves that we didn't really know, or parts of ourselves that were kind of like taboo, you know, we start to recognize with this supermoon energy. Now supermoons also have to be about release, so whatever surfaces, we need to let go, all right? Because then we start the new moon cycle, and we want to be starting fresh. We want to handle the problems that actually come to light during the supermoon. I see issues of trust here as well, because Scorpio energy always struggles with trust and loyalty and betrayal. Those are major themes for Scorpio energy. So I see a lot of us sort of dealing with who we trust and who trusts us, and you know, can I rely on this person? Can I not rely on this person? Is this person loyal to me? Am I loyal to them? I can see us having that conversation during the supermoon. Now, another thing that Pam Gregory talks about is how Scorpio's ancient ruler is Mars, okay? So Scorpio energy does not flinch. It's very similar to Aries energy, where it's like, I need to make this happen. The thing that the supermoon might give us is hyper focus, because Scorpio has the ability to literally focus all of its energy on its goal and be so diligent and so fixated on its goal that it will not give up, it will not release until it has completed it. So I feel like a lot of us are going to have drive. A lot of us are going to, you know, want to make a plan, want to get things done, and I really love that, you know, as it goes hand in hand with like people starting up new businesses and people diving into their creative hobbies. So I kind of like that energy for the month of May. So the last thing I also want to talk about is Venus being squared Neptune in Pisces. So it's interesting because it's also in Gemini. Gemini is the energy of logical thinking, of knowing, and then we have it squared Neptune, which is and Pisces, which is the energy of like delusion, imagination, the spirit world. Think like 12th house energy, where it's like the part in the brain that's so deep in the subconscious that it's hard to bring it forward. So I feel like with these two energies, we're going to sort of go through this period. It's like where we know, and we understand it, and then we don't know, and we don't understand it. And especially when Venus is in retrograde, I feel like we're going to struggle a lot with what is true. I almost see like the Venus energy is like a plane going through a cloud, and it's like when it's, you know, in this cloud and it's especially squared Neptune, it's like clouded energy we can't see. We can't fully understand. It's like I can't see the big picture. And then as soon as it ends and it exits the cloud, then it's like boom, awakening moment, oh, epiphany moment, oh, I finally understand. I see us sort of going back and forth with those energies like throughout the retrograde. I see us sort of like having this understanding, thinking that we get it, and then not freaking getting it at all, and then having epiphanies, and then understanding a little bit more, only to find out the more we know, the less we know type energy. That's kind of what I pick up on. Astrologers like to say this is not the time to make major changes, major decisions, and that's because you don't want to make a decision when you're on a plane in a cloud, you know what I mean? You don't want to make a decision when you don't have all of the information. You don't want to make a decision when you aren't seeing the full bigger picture yet. And of course, that's not to say you can't, you know, make that move, or you can't, you know, make that big change. I think it's just, I think the message here is more about just being cautious and making sure that you are doing any type of research, any type of investigative work needed in order to properly make that decision. So the last theme that I want to mention is the theme of heart chakra. There's this YouTuber that I absolutely adore, and I love to watch his YouTube channel, Esoteric Healing. He did a video about healing throughout May and how we've sort of moved from like heart chakra from throat chakra down to heart chakra, and now the collective is sort of struggling with that. So there could be feelings of like anxieties, sadness, like heavy just feelings in the heart chakra right now. And when the heart chakra is affected, Sky was talking about how our crown chakra, our thoughts also get affected. The two go hand in hand, heart, feelings, and thoughts, right? So I feel what's important here is as our heart and our feelings are going through these waves of ups and downs, that we take care of the heart chakra. We keep our mind strong and leveled. It's really, really important that you do that, otherwise you might get lost in like all of the ups and downs and the chaotic energy that's going on within your feelings. When dealing with, you know, all these emotions, I really recommend capitalizing on all that Gemini energy that we have, especially that Venus energy, sort of like turn that pain into art. Write it out. You can write poetry, write stories, write whatever, but Gemini rules like written communication, so write out how you feel. I also see a lot of us speaking publicly on how we feel, and I see that being very therapeutic, not only to, you know, yourself for releasing it, but also to other people for hearing it. Because Gemini isn't just about talking, it's about listening as well. Talking about things publicly really just brings us together a bit as a collective, and it helps us connect a bit more. I see a huge, just like, how do I say this? Like I'm seeing in my head, like I see a huge like spike almost in internet connections and socializing on the internet, and that being a lot more acceptable, especially because of quarantine. It's kind of the only way we can socialize, but I see that staying true for many years to come after this. Alright, that's kind of all I have to say. Like I said, I wanted to keep it super broad. If you want to dive into any of these events, I will be listing them in the description box down below. Let's go ahead and just jump right into the tarot portion of this video. My bad, I got a call from a gross ass boy. Anyways, I didn't answer. But anyways, Capricorn, so yeah, I feel like you guys are also going to be getting back on track. I feel like with the shadow period right now, you guys might be feeling a little off track. And throughout the beginning of the retrograde, you might be feeling a little bit off track, but I think you guys start to work through that and you'll feel back on track better than ever after the retrograde. So let's go ahead and get into these oracle messages. So these oracle messages are going to show us what themes you might be dealing with, like what energies might be helping or hindering you, what energies you might need to embody in order to like get through this month, and yeah, just kind of like what energies are surrounding you. So let's see what oracle messages we have for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Oracle messages for Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Those crystals keep sliding over because this is a very uneven surface. So, let's see. Messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Whoa. Crown Chakra. Yeah. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What Oracle messages do you have? Deception and envy. Oh my god. What is with all the earth signs and this card? Like, Taurus pulled Seven of Swords, Virgo pulled Deception, Envy, you guys pulled Deception, Envy. Like, earth signs, what the heck? Okay, let's see what oracle messages we have. So, we have Choose Wisely, Deception and Envy, Crown Chakra, over our crystals, Spiritual Strength, Wisdom. I like that for you guys. Light. I'm going to go ahead and just pull 2 more oracles just so it's an even amount. Oh, that one fell on the floor. I'll have to go grab it. Okay, so those are the 2 extra oracles. So I pulled Sacral Chakra and Base Chakra. Okay, all the Virgos also pulled Base Chakra and Taurus, I think. But anyway, so one card that really sticks out to me is this Choose Wisely card. I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be in like this overthinking mode when it comes to trying to figure out what you need to be doing every day and how you need to be spending your time. I kind of am picking up that energy of like overthinking it. Okay, because one thing that makes me feel that way is this card, like, you can see that there's all these options, but I feel like the right one is kind of clear. Like, there's a finger pointing to the light. There are birds, you know, going towards the light. This person is already facing the light. Like, I feel like the answer is whatever it is that propels you forward, Capricorn. That's like that's the energy you need to chase. That's how you need to base your decision. Like, what is going to propel me forward? Capricorn, I feel like also this Wisdom card is more so of like an enlightenment, why can't I say that word? Enlightenment moment, or like an aha moment, or like an epiphany moment. I feel like you guys sort of like figure out what it is in particular about your day-to-day that has you like feeling kind of sluggish. I'm getting this like vibe for Capricorn that y'all have been feeling like you don't have energy, like you don't have vitality, and I think that's why there's going to be this honest conversation between you and your body and like getting that in tune. And I think you guys really kind of get like wise and smart about what it is you need emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically. And I feel like this light card also means like, especially since it's kind of paired with your Deception and Envy card, that anyone who's deceiving you, like, y'all see it. I really feel like this Deception and Envy is like kind of from secret friends. And the reason why I say that is because I feel like Capricorn has a lot of secret admirers and a lot of secret enemies. They're kind of similar to like Leo and Scorpio in that sense. I feel like you kind of are surrounded by just like negative energy. I don't really think it's envy in this way of like people are preying on your downfall. I feel like it's more so envy in like a subconscious way where people are just sort of, you know, jealous that you're like who you are. I wouldn't even say it's like they're jealous of like a certain thing. I feel like they're just jealous of like the type of person you are, Capricorn. And it's more of like a subconscious thing. And I think you're going to really pick up on that or be sensitive to that this month. I like that the Spiritual Strength card is here. I feel like there's going to be a lot of spiritual work done. Also, we have numbers 7, 7, and 7 here. So I would follow that number. But I feel like the Spiritual Strength card is kind of like you guys, since like you have this transit in the 6th house, and like I said, you guys' bodies might be affected. I feel like the spirit could too, and that's another reason why y'all are feeling sluggish. Like, I almost feel I'm picking up on like 7 of Pentacles energy, where it's like y'all are tired. you're really feeling tired and you hate it because you want to work, you want to grind. You're like, why is it that my body isn't letting me get done what I need to get done? So I feel like it's going to be like y'all working through that process a lot this month. And then in terms of crown chakra, sacral chakra, and base chakra, I'm not super pro on chakra, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I do want to bring that up, and I like to pull these cards anyways in case you guys want to look it up. But I feel like that crown chakra, like there's going to be this, you guys need to take care of your mental. Like I said, there's gonna be a moment where y'all feel off as hell, and I feel like that can really affect your mental. And so I feel like it's important that you all kind of like trick your minds a bit. Like set up a routine that sort of tricks your mind, or set up like a song that like puts you in a good mood when you're sad. You know what I mean? Like learn how to finesse your minds like that. I think that'll really help you out. I also am seeing headaches for Capricorn a lot. I don't know why. It's like you all need to massage your head. It's like there's pressure. It's like a headache and a pressure. So just look out for that. And I feel like that base chakra is kind of like, you know, y'all just working on your foundations this month. Your foundations for the day today. So let's go ahead and see what's going on with tarot. I want to see what the tea is for the week to week for Capricorn. Capricorn, like I said, that message really reiterated where it's like y'all have secret enemies, but y'all have secret admirers too. I'm telling you. Alright, let's see what's going on. I feel like they're going to come forward to you, your secret admirers. I also feel like intuitively a lot of y'all are going to be like completely switching up your day-to-day routine. Like I'm not talking minor changes, I'm talking about major changes. Like y'all switch the hell up for the better too. Okay. What is going on first week for Capricorn? First week for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Here we go. Libra energy with this card. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Ooh, the World card is here. Second week for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We have Ace of Pentacles. With what? What do we have? Ooh, Nine of Cups. Looking good. Looking good. Third week for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Nine of Pentacles. What else? Oh, Devil card is here. That's y'all's card. That's y'all's card. What's that being written down by? Let's see. We have to keep these. Yep, we need to keep them. So these 3 extra cards I'm going to put to the side, and we'll talk about it later. I normally am pulling only for the week to week, but I feel like those guys need to stay out. So give me a second just to channel this. So this is your week 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, hold on. Okay. Wow. Okay. So, Capricorn, first week. We have 6 of Pentacles with the World. I feel like this is you guys really taking a look at how you exchange power, how you exchange your time, how you exchange your resources with people. I feel like it's going to be a very reflective time. I feel like you guys are coming to like an end of a tough cycle when it comes to exchange. All right, I feel like you guys are very willing to put in the work, and sometimes because you guys put in so much work, people feel like they don't have to put in as much as you. I feel like it's been like a very like 60-40, 70-30 exchange for you guys in regards to your relationships, and I think you guys really reflect on that and sit on that and kind of like come to conclusion on what you want to do about that the first week. And I feel like that really plays out in who you're going to progress with and what you're going to progress with. You know what I mean? Like, I see Capricorn kind of like on the rise, and I feel like you guys reflecting on like exchange of power, time, love, and energy, like that is going to help you decide who you bring up with you. Second week is absolutely fucking beautiful for Capricorns. We have Ace of Pentacles with 9 of Cups, which means, you know, after the World card and the 9 of Cups here, that means like cycles are ending for y'all. End of a chapter, putting shit to rest. Y'all are really doing that. And I feel like this 9 of Cups energy is also like a manifestation card, a wish card. And I always say that there is no better signs at manifesting than the water signs and the Capricorns. And the earth signs in general, but Capricorn in particular is so damn good at manifesting. I feel like you guys really manifest like new opportunities to make money, to be like really blunt. I feel like you guys also just manifest like new ideas on how to progress forward in your day-to-day. The third week is also looking really good. It's kind of like once you start up whatever it is this new opportunity is, or this new idea is, or this new chapter is, like it's going to be kind of like a slow and steady beginning. But you want that for Taurus. You want a slow and steady momentum, because Taurus doesn't want surprises, you know what I mean? And Taurus isn't a fast-moving sign. Like a bull is not fast moving on the regular. It cruises, it's, you know what I mean, it grazes, it takes its time. And 10 of Pentacles, I feel like whatever it is you guys start the second week, y'all build for the long run. So let's say you have a business idea, you build that for the long run. Let's say you have an idea on what to do about your day-to-day, well, you keep that for the long run. Let's say you start a new friendship or you start a partnership, you keep that for the long run, okay? So kind of understand that whatever you sign yourself up for in the beginning of the month stays. So sign yourself up for things you really want. Sign yourself up for people you really want. Sign yourself up for situations that truly serve you. Because whatever it is, it stays. And that's why I think it's important that you reflect on reciprocation and exchange of energies. And making sure that what you put your energy into is actually beneficial. Okay? Because like, I'm picking up that some of y'all kind of like are throwing your energy into something that just is not working, and y'all don't want to give up because you're very diligent people, but it's like you gotta learn when to cut the cord, you gotta learn when to, you know, back out of your plan and revise. And I feel like that's going to be a theme for y'all that first week. And then the second week you really figure it out. And then the third week you really carry it forward. But then we have the Devil here in the Hierophant. Okay, let's talk about this. First of all, something that's super interesting is 9 of Cups. I always say you cannot cross the gate. Like this is, I call him the gatekeeper. And on the other side of the gate is your wish. On the other side of the gate is your manifestation. On the other side of the gate is a new path. But I always say you can't cross unless you give the gatekeeper the last cup, the 10th cup, or the keys. Capricorn, what you have are keys. What you have are keys. So if any of you are feeling stuck at the moment, which is probably due to this Devil energy, and we'll get into it, but if any of you are feeling stuck at the moment, know that you have what it takes to free yourself from that situation. So let's talk about what that situation is. Well, you know, Devil energy means, first of all, Devil energy means you are chained to this situation by your own doing, okay? But you have the keys, so you're capable of unchaining. And Devil energy usually means you are, you know, attached to this situation, person, or addiction. Like that's what it is. It's a negative energy. It's an energy that is like holding you back in a way. For a lot of you, I feel like it's a person, and it's a person that is in your past. And I feel like you're allowing, you know, those past wounds, those past traumas, those like the PTSD you have from that person to like really affect you now. And that's what you have to break. I feel like it's kind of like a spiritual chain for some of you that you need to break. It's like also a spiritual connection. Like if y'all need to get cord cutting rituals, like that would be the time to do it. Capricorn, for a lot of you, I feel like this person is a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. Like I'm picking up on water energy that y'all are attached to. Or they're fiery, so like Aries, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, those signs, but mostly Aries I'm picking up on. Capricorn, for some of y'all, I also feel like it's a friend. It's like a friend that's in your ear. They're in your ear and they're feeding you some BS, and like you have to sort of like, you know, break that chain. And yeah, Capricorn, there's really no reason for y'all to not do well this month. I feel like, you know, out of all the earth signs, you guys definitely have it the easiest. You guys didn't, and also, that's what that deception energy is. I feel like y'all don't even know what this Devil energy is. Like, you don't even know that it's an anchor. But I think you guys will see it throughout this retrograde. Like, the retrograde's going to show you, especially when you reflect on that exchange of energy and whether or not, you know, what you're putting your time and energy into is, if it's serving you. But I really see you guys, like, capitalizing on this month. Taurus is like your fellow earth sign, so y'all are very familiar with the sun energy going on. we also are going to have that Scorpio supermoon, and I feel like that is going to, you guys can kind of like harness that energy to give you guys like drive and vitality that day in particular, because Scorpio is very like, it used to be Mars ruled, so it's a very like diligent energy. When it decides it wants to do something, it gets it done. So I feel like you guys can kind of harness that to like get, you know, check off your list if you want. Let's get into these extra cards that popped out. We have the King of Cups, the Fool, and the Knight of Wands. So that's funny because I was talking about water and fire energy, and we have Cups, water, Wands, fire. The Fool, new beginnings. This really ties into what I was saying about the world, the Nine of Cups, having the keys. There's really a new start here. Like, this month is giving y'all a freaking blank slate on something. I feel like for some of you it's a blank slate on relationships, for some of you it's a blank slate on career, for some of you it's a blank slate like on your day-to-day and just spiritual shit. I feel like the reason why I was picking up too on water and fire energy is there's going to also be this energy of like y'all getting in touch with your feelings and your emotions, because like I said, 6th house rules body, and I feel like part of, you know, the body, this is like part of the body is also like the things we can't really, that aren't so tangible, like feelings and thoughts, right? But you can still measure someone's thoughts, you can measure someone's feelings, you can measure when someone's lying, you know what I mean? And I feel like you guys really get in tune with your feelings and your passion and all of that, you know, fiery, watery energy that y'all tend to suppress. It's not like Capricorn doesn't have it. Capricorn feels very deeply, but what Capricorn doesn't allow themselves to do is express that, or sometimes process that, or allow themselves to fully dive in and understand that. So I feel like that's what happens to y'all though. Like, y'all finally get in tune with yourselves like that, and you really learn about what it is you want and what it is that makes you passionate. And I feel like you guys really have a conversation with yourself about, you know, am I doing what it is I really want to be doing? Am I setting myself up for a life that I really am going to be in love with? Or am I doing what I am doing just for the material gains? Am I doing what I am doing because I want to make my family happy? Am I doing what I am doing because I want to fit into social structures? You know what I mean, Capricorn? So I feel like you guys really have that conversation with yourselves. And I think it's going to be a beautiful one. It's going to be a transformative one, and it's going to be that key. It's going to be that key that gets y'all forward and gets y'all started on this new chapter. I see some of you guys really scrapping away your old life, like throwing away your education, throwing away your career, throwing away what the fuck ever it is in the name of passion, in the name of desire, in the name of finally going for a life that fulfills you on like a soul level. And I'm getting so damn, like, I'm getting chills as I say this, because I think this is like long awaited for you, Capricorn. It's long awaited, and I think y'all deserve to feel, to like wake up and be like, you know, I don't feel like I'm working because I actually love what I do. And I feel like when y'all figure out what, you know, whatever it is that you desire, whatever it is that you want out of this life, whatever it is you want to be doing, I feel like that gives you the drive back, that gives y'all the momentum back, that gives y'all the vitality back. So I feel like that's what this retrograde really is going to do. Alright, let's go ahead and pull some confirmation cards. Ooh, that one came flying out. I'm going to get it. It fell on the floor, so. Ooh, these guys flipped over. Ooh, time. I was picking up on Scorpio energy. Time to release negativity. Alright. Do some of y'all need to release this, Scorpio? Release that damn Scorpio. Alright, so first card is, it's time to release negativity, full moon Scorpio. So I feel like that's just y'all, like, again, that devil energy, like unchaining yourself from that devil energy. It's time to take action, new moon in Aries. Oh, I was just saying, so I was picking up on Scorpio and Aries energy, water and fire, water and fire. So I feel like it's time to take action, like y'all aren't afraid anymore to do whatever it is y'all gotta do. Like y'all just don't care about I almost feel like Capricorn in a way is like Cancer, where it does want to serve, and I mean serve by it wants to serve its duty. It wants to, you know, serve the people it loves. It wants to serve the world. Where I feel like y'all kind of get a little selfish in a good way and be like, I'm gonna serve me this month. We have energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. I love that for y'all. Then we have what do you need to release, waning moon, and I feel like that like question really confirms the entire reading of like what is it that you need to drop that is stopping you from doing what you want, doing what you love out of life. Capricorn, I feel like for so many of you, there is this childhood dream or this childhood passion that y'all finally say, fuck it, I'm going for it. And it's gonna be like beneficial. Because we have that 10 of Pentacles and 9 of Cups, the World card here. Like, it's so supported. It's so damn supported, so don't be afraid. Also, your bottom deck is Ace of Cups and 4 of Rods. I just want to let y'all know. And Ace of Cups means new emotional experiences. And again with the Rods, again with the fire and water energy. The 4 of Rods is, how do I say this? Celebratory. So I feel like y'all really, like I said, you learn from your emotions. Like, I know that to some extent it's suppressed for Capricorn, but once like it gets released, and I feel like it really gets released under the Scorpio supermoon, I feel like y'all really learn about yourselves and how to make yourselves happy through that process. So let's go ahead and see what gift Venus is going to bring for you. I'm just going to give these cards a little bit of a shuffle, and then we'll go ahead and deal. All right, so let's see what gift Venus is going to bring for Capricorn. Oh, Queen of Pentacles, wonderful. So contentment, that's what I feel like this is. That's the gift y'all get. I feel like contentment, feeling good about yourself, feeling good about your career, feeling proud of like what you do. I feel like there is this energy of like, how do I say this? Like, because King of Pentacles, I think, is like Wolf of Wall Street energy, like aggressively going it for what you want. Whereas Queen of Pentacles, it's like we're blissfully going for what we want. You know what I mean? Like, we're happy to be in the job that we're doing. We're happy to be in the routine that we're in. We're happy to be in the relationship that we're in. Stuff like that. So, I really find it interesting too that we have all of these like, you know, water and fire energy, but your gift is an earth sign. It's an earth energy with the pentacles. So I feel like you guys really get grounded too. So what I'm seeing is like y'all get thrown up in the air with your emotions, you know, flipping on all of a sudden and having to process them and having all these passions, having all these feelings, vocalizing it, dealing with all that. But what comes from that is the gift of finally being grounded in a happy way. Alright, Capricorns, that was it for your reading. Thank you so much for watching. The next time you see me, I'm probably going to be posting love readings for the month. So subscribe to my channel and turn my bell on so you don't miss it. And yeah, thanks again for watching.